Hey guys, and welcome back to our first time playthrough of Saints Row the Third. In the last part, we did a bunch of Kinsey's missions and some activity stuff, which was really cool, and we actually unlocked the Wraith and X2 Phantom cyber vehicles, which was really awesome. And in this part, we are going to continue doing some of those activities and maybe some other missions, who knows. But right now, we are doing the medium difficulty version of Mayhem. Mayhem we did in the last part. But this is the higher difficulty version of that. Sheikah is being a little brat and knocking over stuff, so that's really awesome. I bet she's proud of herself. But yeah, the nice thing about the medium and hard difficulty versions of Mayhem is they give you the rocket launcher. And yeah, fences are your best friend, as I've already gone over with you.
Several times.
Yeah. Well, I stress it because it's true. You want to break as many fences as possible.
That's one fucking fence.
Yeah, there's usually nothing in between. I mean, you basically just want to stay along roads, honestly. You don't really want to come in these inner areas because there's not a lot of stuff. I mean, you can go for those dumpsters and stuff. But
I
yeah.
was getting the dumpsters.
Yeah, I would stick to the main roads because that's where more stuff usually spawns. But thankfully, you only need to get 200,000, which isn't too difficult of a requirement. I believe there's only ever one Mayhem mission that I sometimes fail, or at least I used to when I played this game, and I wasn't as good at it. But really, like I've said before, it ultimately just comes down to keep that combo up, blow up as much stuff as you can, spam the rocket launcher non-stop, and you should be able to pull it off no problem. Yeah, so unfortunately you haven't upgraded this to lock on. Just keep going in a straight line. Don't really ever turn around. That's another thing when you do Mayhem. Don't bother turning around unless you see something that's like really worth hitting. It's more worth it to just keep going forwards and look at both sides of the street left and right non-stop. Rather than turning around, that usually doesn't yield as good results. Also, don't blow yourself up, because that'll knock you to the ground, and most of the time... that will cause you to lose your combo. Let's see here. So... yeah, other than that, it's really straightforward. Just blow up as much as you can, get that combo going, and you should be able to pull it off. You only need 13k more, so you're not doing too bad. 7k actually, so we're like really close to being done. If you can just hit... there you go! Alright, so that is it.
Alright,
nice.
Sick.
Alright, and we're back with some more Mayhem. I just figured I'd cut ahead because there's really no point in watching us travel to the destination. It's in the upper portion of the upper left, northwest portion of the map, near the power plant, but to the right of it, basically. And yeah, this is just the hard difficulty, so it's Mayhem again. Now you gotta get 300k instead of 200k. But your time limit is 5 minutes instead of 4. So you have a little more time, but you got to get 100,000 more. Though last time you got it, no problem. You're already at 70k, and you've got a good combo that's unfortunately just ran out. But that was a good first combo. So yeah, just travel up this street basically, and you should be fine. Look to your right. There's a lot of stuff right there. But yeah, you can get that. You can get bus stops. Those newspaper bins are definitely worth it. Fire hydrants, light posts, fences, of course. But yeah, just keep going for those hits, and you should be in good shape. There's another combo. You're already at 100k, over 100k, and you've only got you only got through a minute of the activity, so that's pretty good. Let's see. Yeah, no problem. You're what, over a third? So yeah, I'd say you're doing really well. You do want to get back to the main road though, because there's, like I said, there's not usually a lot of stuff in back alleys and whatnot that spawns, so you're gonna want to get back on that road and then go left and keep going up that way. When you don't have a combo going, that's a good time to sprint up to another location. You don't usually want to stop. You don't want to stop firing once you have a combo up. But once your combo runs out and you're kind of in a dead period, that's the best time to like move a further distance up the road. I don't know what's hitting you.
I don't know.
But yeah, oh, those fences right there are prime targets.
It's that right there.
No, that doesn't shoot rockets at you. Yeah, those fences are good, and then to your right there, those fences. Yeah, wooden fences are just as good as steel or chain link fences. So yeah, definitely go for those. That swap vehicle is good. Trash cans are also useful, but yep, you're halfway done in terms of time, and you have 2/3 of the requirements. So yeah, you're in good shape. Just don't lose this now, and you'll be fine. I'd go right. I wouldn't cross the bridge because you'll exit the zone. That's another thing to keep in mind with Mayhem. You are a blue area. If you leave the blue area, you won't get points, and your combo will pretty much run out, and you'll be wasting your time. So just stay inside this area, and you'll be fine.
Oh, there we go.
Yep, you only got about 54k to go. So yeah, and usually a good measurement, I mean, it's not always accurate, but a good measurement of your combo is whatever the number is, add or multiply it by 1,000, and that's usually how much you score. Usually, it can be off by a little bit. But like 19,000 was your thing, you had 18,000 as your combo, so you know, just a good way to kind of figure out how many points you're gonna get, or how many points you got from this combo. So that combo ran out. Yeah, 17 for 20. Another thing is it depends on what you hit, because obviously like bigger targets are worth more than like vehicles are worth more than people, for example. But you're not gonna want to aim in that park. There's nothing in there. Go for like the side right here. Yeah, go for to the left. Oh yeah, back there is good. And then go. Yeah, turn around. There's nothing else. Yeah, like I mentioned, don't really go back in these back areas because there's not a lot.
Didn't you just tell me to go here?
I told you to shoot back here. I didn't tell you to run all the way back here.
That's a brute.
Yeah. Brutes can take multiple hits. You have 45 seconds to get 5k, so I really hope you don't lose this now, because you're super close. You only need 2,000 more. You only need 1,500 more. Okay, you made it.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, I was concerned for a second there that you were gonna lose it, but no, you made it, so you're good.
Yeah.
Excuse me. So that was Mayhem. I believe, if you check your map, you've cleared out all of the activities except for one in this portion of the map. Yep, that's true. You only have one activity left in that portion of the map, which is right there, which is Kinsey's next mission she's going to give you. So if you want to hit her up on the phone, you can do Heli Assault.
Okay.
Your favorite.
Yeah.
Well, it's better than Genki, according to you.
They all suck.
Not all the activities suck. You liked Cyberblazing, didn't you?
Yeah, it's okay.
Can't get into every place the Deckers have their little networks. Too many secure locations.
There a way to fix that?
Yep, I have to visit each location separately and hack into them locally.
You'll never get close enough without them spotting you.
I will if you're watching over me, like with a helicopter, with guns.
Yeah, I bet that'll work.
It better. I already found the helicopter.
I really don't like Kinsey.
You barely even know her.
I barely know a lot of people, and I still fucking hate everybody.
Okay, well, I meant in the game. Like, you barely even seen her, but... Yeah, so Kinsey's last lieutenant mission is Heli Assault, the second instance of that. I think I've mentioned that in previous parts. I know for a fact I got this fact wrong. But there are actually 2 quote-unquote instances of every activity, and what I mean by that is every activity has 3 levels of difficulty. And 1 set of 3 is an instance, is
So
what I'm
there's
saying.
6 total.
So there's 6 total, but some activities have different variants. We haven't really seen too many of those just yet, because the ones that have the most drastic variants would be like Cyberblazing and one of Angel's activities, and then Zemos' Escort versus Angel's Escort are like the 2 most drastic. But other than that, like, there's a few activities like the second instance of Genki or the second instance of...
Why don't I have like a little like lock on?
So you're actually in a different helicopter, and I'll get to that in a second. But yeah, so there's 2 instances of every activity, and Heli Assault's my least favorite. Except for, what's it called? Fucking Guardian Angel, but I already went over that last part. This Heli Assault, instead of being in the Tornado, you are now in a Vulture, which is the different variant of helicopter. Attack helicopter, anyway. There are also Eagles, which aren't very good. But in terms of attack choppers, it's really Tornado and Vulture. So the Tornado had a gun that would allow you to lock on and aim a missile. And then it would have a minigun that would rapid fire, but it would heat up. Now, the Vulture, if you hold that button, you can rapid fire rockets, but you can't really control where they go after you fire them. But you can rapid fire rockets, and if you hold down right, you have a slower minigun, but it is actually more powerful, and it doesn't overheat. I actually like using the minigun more than the rockets for this. If you just use the minigun to aim, the reticle,
Don't tell them that.
yeah, you want to use the reticle in the middle of the screen.
I understand.
Look at the reticle in the middle of the screen.
Oh,
The reticle,
okay.
and shoot when you aim that. And then when you aim, it's actually really good. It's really powerful. Way more powerful and useful than the Tornadoes. I like barely ever use the rockets with this helicopter. I always just use the minigun. Because you can take out a car in like a couple shots.
I think if they're gonna put a reticle in a game, you should be able to fucking see it. Just saying.
Oh, I can see it. I mean, it's...
Well, I'm an epic gamer.
It's also in the dead center of the screen. So, well, not the dead center, it's slightly up, but it's just in the center of the screen, so, like, you know, you can kind of guesstimate where it is. But as with other Heli Assault missions, you want to protect Pierce. Don't let the car blow up. If you do let the car blow up, then you fail and you have to do the whole thing over again. Every so often, a Decker's car will spawn in and try to blow up Pierce, and when they
That's
do...
not Pierce, isn't it Kinsey?
Or Kinsey, sorry. I'm used to Pierce because Pierce is in the other Heli Assault. Also, the game will spawn helicopters, like one that's right in front of you, and you want to obviously take those down. And you're better off using the minigun to shoot a helicopter, not a rocket, because rockets are not the most accurate thing to fire. And obviously, you want to take out all the Decker vehicles before they blow up Kinsey. Otherwise, you have to restart the mission. And I mean, I'm hoping that this doesn't go as rough as last time, because I remember last time it gave you a lot of shit, and you were like, not a fan.
No, I fucking hate this.
But, oof. Yeah, this is the easy instance at least, so you should be able to make it through this one without having to redo it. It's the next two that I'm more concerned about.
Well, get ready, because you're probably gonna do them. I should just honestly give you the controller, rather than ruining my whole day.
That's just in Heli Assault ruins Taylor's day.
I'm serious. Like, you will laugh. I cannot tell you how much I fucking hate Heli Assault.
I'm just trying to make light of it. That's all.
After that, I could use a massage.
No, this activity is fucking trash.
It's my least favorite activity in the game. Don't get me wrong. It's not like I'm saying that this isn't that bad. No, Heli Assault sucks, in my opinion.
I don't know if I'd rather do this or Yarn Ball.
I'd rather do this than Yarn Ball, actually. Actually, I'd rather do Yarn Ball just because it's over in like 2 minutes, whereas this takes an eternity because Kinsey drives so fucking slow.
Yeah, dumb cunt. I hate her.
But I will at least spare you in the sense that... Wow, that was a direct hit. I will at least spare you in the sense that I've been...
What the fuck? Oh.
I will at least spare you in the sense that I've been saving something
Good thing.
for... I've been saving a get out of jail free card for you, basically.
What's that supposed to mean?
Well...
You got 2 in your back pocket, so I don't have to fucking do Heli Assault?
No, unfortunately I only have 1.
Oh, it's fantastic.
Anybody who plays this game, my advice is leave a district or 2 open for this upgrade, because Leave a district or two open for this upgrade. Because if you don't, you'll kind of waste it. But I'm going to save you from the hardest activity in the whole game, which is the hard difficulty of this heli assault. My least favorite activity in the whole game. I've only beaten it twice, and I've never bothered to try it again since because I just hate it. I think it's that terrible. You have to do 6 stops.
No.
6.
No.
So go to your upgrades, and it's that one right there, right there. That is the hardest activity in the game. Go to your upgrades, and go to bonuses. And then I want you to hit City Takeover, accept. So for $40,000, you can purchase this, and then it will take you into your map, and you can pick any district of the map you want instant takeover for.
This.
Yes. Accept. Now, unfortunately, because you already acquired everything but that one activity, it was unfortunately kind of wasted, but you didn't know this, obviously. But I'm just saying for anybody who plays this game, what I usually do is I always leave the airplane hangar area open because that is a property worth $50,000 and the airplane hangar, and it's a big area of the map. So I always just save that for City Takeover. And then in the full package version of the game, you get another City Takeover for free, kind of. And you can use that to purchase another area of the map, and I always purchase this one because it has the hardest difficulty of Heli Assault. So, luckily, you don't have to do the hard difficulty, and I just got you out of it for free. And we aren't going to show it in this playthrough because it is nothing but frustration. It's really nothing but frustration. It's not worth playing. The medium difficulty one, however, we do want to do. Is that where you're going right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
What do you mean we do want to do it? Like...
The medium difficulty.
Yeah, we is not relevant in this situation.
I'm not saying want. I'm saying we should do to show it off, basically.
Yes.
But yeah, we're not going to be showing the hard difficulty because it's just a pain in the ass. It's not worth it. And even I get frustrated with that one. So, are you going the right way?
Yeah.
You're going to Heli Assault.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Why are you driving into Angel's section of the map? You're going to Mayhem.
Oh.
I was like, what are you doing? You're going the exact wrong way. Whatever. We'll go back up there later. You can go ahead and do that Mayhem because this Mayhem is not actually required by Angel.
Okay.
So I'm fine with you going ahead and knocking it out. Or you can hit up Angel and do a mission with him instead. But this Mayhem is not required by Angel, luckily. The other 2 activities in this area of the map that you haven't done yet are, however. So because this is the easy difficulty of Mayhem, you do not get rocket launchers, so you're pretty much stuck chucking nades. I would just get out your grenades and start chucking them. And yeah.
Nothing like a little carnage.
I gotta say, this is like a completely, what's the word?
Random?
A tangent. This is a complete tangent. But, Mountain Dew Liberty Brew, pretty good. I'm dating this in 2020, obviously. I like Liberty Brew. It's pretty decent. Pitch Black is my favorite Mountain Dew flavor. After that comes Code Red. Unfortunately, I haven't seen like any not Code Red, Pitch Black in stores anymore, which is weird because they made it a permanent flavor for like 2 years. But now it's like not sold anymore again, and that makes me so sad and upset because Pitch Black is the best kind of Mountain Dew there's ever been, ever. Baja Blast, I know a lot of people say Baja Blast is the best one. That's number 3 for me. But yeah, Baja Blast is good. Liberty Brew is a limited edition. They also did it last year, I think, and that's pretty good. I liked the Doomis as well, the Mary Doomis, which isn't a very good pun. Liberty Brew is way better, but yeah, the Christmas one, the pomegranate flavor, that one's pretty decent. They also came out with Frostbite this year. I don't really like Frostbite that much.
And then Voodoo.
Voodoo, yeah. Voodoo is it's interesting. Voodoo is like such an interesting flavor. I don't even know how to describe it. It's a mystery flavor, so they don't even say what it is. It's a weird flavor. I don't really love it, but it's all right.
It's actually cat piss.
No. But yeah, I miss Pitch Black. Pitch Black is the best Mountain Dew. So you can actually do some more mayhem down here since you're already in this area of the map. Like if you want to work your way up, like there's a mayhem on that island or there's one right there. You can do both of these first. And we'll just work our way back up. This part's mostly just going to be some activity cleanup. So luckily we don't have that many more activities to do. And then it's pretty much just going to be a bunch of story missions. Like all in a row. Which, you know, is fine. I think I mentioned before that I kind of wanted to avoid it being this way, but I guess, you know, it happens. The other thing, though, is if I did it structured like that, then you wouldn't really have as much freedom to do what you wanted to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you kind of play this game the same way I do, whereas you go for all the side stuff first before doing the main activities, which is fine. The good thing is that Saints Row 4, well, this is a pro and a con. One thing that Saints Row 4 does is it puts all the side activities into grouped off side missions, basically. You don't need to worry about this because you're probably going to forget, and that's fine. But it groups it into like side missions, kind of, that you're given every so often to do this. And some people like that and some people don't, and I'm in the middle because on one hand, I usually go for all the side activities before that anyway, so I just get a bunch of free stuff. But when we do that playthrough, I think... I don't want to say I want to restrict you to doing it that way, but I think it would be smart if we did just do the side missions because it paces the game way better that way. The game is paced so much better in terms of activities versus main story. But that's something that we're not going to get to for a while. I think I'm even going to have you do Saints Row 2 before Saints Row 4. Just because Saints Row 2 really sets up a lot of what Saints Row really is. Saints Row 4 is so drastically different from the rest of the franchise. And Saints Row 3 is kind of in the middle. Like, it's... I don't want to say it's the best of both worlds, because in terms of, like, story, Saints Row 2 kills every other Saints Row game. Saints Row 2 is the best story by far. In terms of characters, I think Saints Row 3 is my personal favorite. I know that's not everybody's. I know some people say Saints Row 2 and Saints Row 1 are better with characters, and that's fine. But a lot of the characters in Saints Row 2 are also in Saints Row 3. The only real disappointing thing about Saints Row 3 is, well, you know, they kill Johnny Gat, which sucks, you know, him dying. But otherwise, I mean, yeah, it's pretty dope. And I also like the gameplay mechanics of 3 a little bit better, just the way 3 plays. I think the controls are much smoother, much cleaner. I like the weapons in 3 more than 2. I also like the mission structure in 3 better than 2. I also like a lot of the activities, not in terms of like what they are, but how they play. Like trailblazing in Saints Row 2 I think is complete utter garbage, and there was one instance of trailblazing I could never beat, because I think it's just so absurdly weighted against the player that it seems almost impossible to pull off. And yeah, I know I'm just going on a bunch of like random tangents about Mountain Dew and Saints Row, but at this point it's mayhem. You just blow shit up. Like, that's really all this activity is.
Yeah,
so
there's
what more
really
is there to
not
say?
much for me to say, honestly, because I'm just...
Well, yeah, you don't even have the experience of the other Saints Row games, and really, mayhem is not bad, but it's just so basic and mindless that it's like, it's not even that fun. Like, I don't know. I don't think it's fun. I mean, when you blow shit up in this game all the time, like, I don't know. Having a whole side activity dedicated to it, it's like, it's kind of mindless.
It is.
You know, because you're just running around and blowing stuff up. You know, at least when you do, like, tank mayhem, you know, the game, like, puts up all these red targets, and you have to worry about your vehicle's health, and this and that. Whereas in mayhem, you don't have to worry about your health at all. Like, you never die in mayhem. You know, and there aren't any of those, like, red bonus targets that net you a bunch of points or anything. You're just on foot running around blowing stuff up. It's not bad, it's just plain. And, again, mindless. You don't really have to think for this. You just kind of run around and shoot and blow up stuff. And you only have 1k left to get. Just shoot that right... Oh, no, you already blew that up, I guess. Oh yeah, you can just kill that brute, I guess. And there you go. That's the medium instance of mayhem. So you've only got one more left to do, which is pretty nice. I'm trying to think of another tangent I can go on for that one.
I don't know. The mayhem that's America.
Wow. I already did say we were in 2020 and I was talking about
I
Dew
also
flavors,
don't
but-
understand what the big issue with dating a playthrough is. I mean, YouTube already has the date on it anyways of when it's uploaded. So.
Well, I know, but this is just, it's not like the end of the world for me, but something that I'm not a fan of, and maybe the Powerpuff Girls reboot has just made me sour to this, but I was never really a fan of it before the reboot anyways, is I don't like it when media makes itself like when it gives this giant, and I'm speaking metaphorically, when it puts up a giant neon sign that says, hey, this was made in this time period. Because, you know, looking back, it may not age well, or, you know, it's like, I don't know, it bothers me. For example, when the Powerpuff reboot does, like, well, first of all, the memes were already dead prior to it, but when it does that, it just makes you groan. It's like, ugh, like, really? You know, I don't like when current trends and jokes and, you know, whatnot just kind of make their way into stuff, because it dates it. I mean, now obviously if a movie is set in 1984 and there's a bunch of stuff from 1984 in that movie, that is fine. But I really don't like when media puts in current trends that are current to the time that the media is made, because that usually does not age well. It usually, in the long run, hinders something. Like if I were to go and watch a South Park episode, I'm not saying anything against South Park. I've barely seen South Park, so, like, you know, I'm not trying to diss the show or anything. But I know that South Park is a show that does this stuff where it constantly comments on current topics. What is compelling me to go back and watch a South Park episode from 2011 about, you know, something that was popular or trendy in 2011? Like, why do I want to watch a South Park episode about the 2012 election? I don't know if they made an episode about that. I'm just, you know, speaking theoretically. I'm sure it did too, but I don't know for sure. I don't know absolutely. Why would I want to watch that? Like, what is compelling me to go back to that? If I were to watch through all of South Park, why would I want to watch that episode?
Why would you want to watch South Park in the first?
Well,
place?
I'm just saying
Trash.
I'm saying South Park as just a random show. It could be any show. It doesn't need to be South Park. You know, if I were to watch an episode of, I don't know, Rick and Morty that was all about Harambe. Like, why would I want to watch that in 2020? Harambe's like a dead meme. You know, everyone's moved on past it. It just dates it, and it's like, where's the humor in this? Haha, funny internet meme. You know, that's another thing. When media integrates, like, memes into its, you know, its humor, it's like, be more creative. Like, don't just rip something off the internet. Like, for example, great example, Black Panther having the "What are those" meme. That movie didn't need that. Like, it didn't need that meme in there to be a good movie. You know, like, it didn't need, there were plenty of other jokes in that film that were perfect and landed great. You don't need an internet meme to do that. And, like, the thing, and people are like, what about Fortnite and Avengers Endgame? Okay, so here's the difference in that particular case. Even if you don't know what Fortnite is, that game, it's just, it looks like a generic video game anyways. No offense to, well, yeah, kind of offense to Fortnite. It does look like a generic video game. So, like, it fits the play, it fills that void of Thor just playing a video game, you know? And New Master 69 is just, you know, it's a fucking username, you know? But it's not like it's a current meme. Like, yes, Fortnite is a current game, but in 50 years or whatever, and people watch that, and Fortnite might not even exist anymore, people will just see a generic video game and go, oh, hey, they're playing generic video game. Although, you do have the other downside of, like, obviously technology ages and that whole thing, but I don't know. I don't mind things being made in current times, obviously, with a current setting, because, like, if I were to go back and watch, you know, like, Avengers 1, that movie is set in the early 2010s, and it's obviously way past that now. But, you know, I know when the movie is set. But does that movie have a bunch of 2012 internet memes? No, like, is Gangnam Style in that movie? Is Nyan Cat over there? Where's the annoying orange? Or over 9,000? Like, that stuff isn't in Avengers 1. And the movie is better for that. Like, if... I don't know. I know it's a whole thing, and it's all subjective. I know a bunch of people are like, no, it's not a problem for me. That's fine if it's not a problem for you, but it is a problem for me, and I don't like it, and I'm not afraid to hold back commenting on that whenever I see it. You know, and if people disagree with me, that's fine. I have nothing against you for disagreeing with me, but I do have a, I guess I have higher standards. I think that you're better off making an original joke, or, I mean, nothing's original anymore, but coming up with a situational gag or something writing based rather than just relying on the humor that is already there and just appealing to that. It's like you just take Harambe's face and put it on the screen or whatever, and you do that, then it's like, well, there was no effort there. You're just relying on recognition. And that's another thing that goes into the whole recognition cinema thing, where a bunch of stuff relies on nostalgia, and they get you to, you know, you obviously want to like something because it's like, hey, you recognize this nostalgia. You know, Ready Player One was extremely guilty of that, for example. And I actually wrote a paper on recognition cinema in Ready Player One. But yeah, so I guess I found a tangent to talk about while we did that mayhem mission, which is pretty awesome.
Yeah.
You're not really saying much though.
Because you've been on a tangent.
Well, yeah, but I want you to commentate too, and you can butt in whenever you want.
Hi. I'm doing the things.
You're buying all of the notoriety decays.
Yeah.
That's good. It's pretty useful. It does what it says. It just makes it so you lose notoriety faster, which is good for me. I have no complaints with you buying that because it just means we don't have to sit around and wait as long. But it looks like you did just spend all your money on that, so yeah.
What's the plan?
Few investment companies the Deckers have accounts with going to tap into their Wi-Fi networks and have my way with their portfolios.
You're having fun with this.
Payback's a bitch.
Payback is a bitch. Alright, so we are here with the medium difficulty of Heli Assault. I'm already off to a great start. So this is what I like to do with the Vulture. I never use the rockets unless I absolutely like have to, or like, you know, I'm just in a situation where I can, but I don't like to tempt fate with the explosives near Kinsey. So I usually just have this machine gun on full blast like that. And then there's no trouble taking out these cars at all. But yeah, as I mentioned, the hard difficulty of this instance of Heli Assault is absolutely the worst mission in the activity in the entire game. I feel.
Well, they're all trash.
I mean, yeah, Heli Assault sucks, but I think that this is the hard difficulty is the absolute worst in the entire game over anything else. Medium, not so much. There's only 4 stops. The hard has 6, which is like absurd. It's not even 5, it's at 6. So that's like ridiculous. Excuse me. But yeah, I mean, other than that, it's not like terrible. This, I mean, in the sense that it's pretty manageable to pull off. Just again, use the machine gun. You can use the rockets if it's your preference, but I don't know. I find I'm just better off doing this because I don't run the risk of the explosions hitting Kinsey, and it does way more damage than the tornado does. I feel.
That's a lot of damage.
That's a lot of damage. That's a terrible, terrible impression. I love how that rocket shot all the way down here and still hit Kinsey. The other thing is, like, it's really hard to estimate with these rockets, I find. I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but even as someone who's played this game a lot, I feel like I still have difficulty, like, figuring out where the rockets are going to land. Whereas with the tornado, you can at least control them when you zoom in. Or, not zoom in, sorry, that's the rocket launcher where you zoom in. But when you fire them, I don't know. I just feel like the machine gun is way more reliable than these rockets. Because it's like you need to lead the explosion, but at the same time, it's kind of hard to do that. Like, yeah, like, see, that was, like, abysmal.
Yeah.
So it's hard to estimate, I find. So I do like using this over the tornado though, just because this minigun I feel is like super accurate, super reliable, really quick.
See, I prefer the other one just because you can lock on.
It's one of my
Yeah,
favorite hobbies.
I get that. The other thing though, especially with like destroying helicopters, is using this minigun to take out helicopters super easy. Like the helicopter didn't even make it over to me, and it's already gone. Yeah, it's like
That's
super.
crazy.
Yeah, it's super quick. One rocket is still technically faster, but at the same time, when you use the tornado and you like controlling the rockets, you have to wait for the rocket to get there, which can take a while. Whereas this, it's like almost instant. Like as soon as you are over the car, it practically hits.
It's no way to fight a lady.
And I like got it from all the way over there.
That's
So
crazy. Yeah, this one is super dope. I don't know. But to be fair, I hate Heli Assault.
me too. Me too.
I don't know.
The other thing is if you do accidentally hit Kinsey with a bullet, it barely does any damage to her vehicle. So that's
Yeah.
another plus. Whereas with an accidental explosion, it's like major oof. Now that one I actually managed to line up, but that was lucky.
You know what we did today?
Hmm.
Caught a lot of portigons.
We did.
We.
Although we'll probably bring that up in the Pokemon part that we record today. Because we're actually going to record some Pokemon a little bit later today. Right now right now we're in the mood for Saints Row 3, but we're going to be doing some Pokemon later because we're in the middle of that playthrough as well.
True.
So you can check that out if you happen to be one of like 0 people that watch this. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody really watches our Saints Row stuff anymore, like at all. So.
But to be fair, I don't really blame them.
Still think I'm just a pretty face?
Well, what makes you say that?
I don't know. I don't know. I'm just. How do I describe it? Like Saints Row for me was really, really fun at first. And then it just became, I don't know. It don't do it for me anymore. I don't know.
Why? What's wrong with it?
I don't know. Maybe because it's like, for me when I play games, I like to go around.
Do you see this?
Yes.
Wow, you're killing it, Volition. Wow, Volition, you are killing it. You've outdone yourselves, Volition. I gotta say, you have outdone yourselves today. That is magical. You see that
I
shit?
do.
Oh my god, that is trash. Okay, that's trash garbage right there.
Oh.
Alright, well, we will see you guys when we get back here, because I'm going to kill Kinsey now, because she's being stupid. Can I just point out to all those who just saw that? I shot like 1,000,000 fucking rockets at that car, and it did not blow up at all. So, another reason why I find the rockets are super unreliable, because there is no fucking way in my mind that that car should have survived that. Alright, so we are back at the 3rd stop. Kinsey got stuck on that brick again, but thankfully she managed to drive around it, so not all hope is lost. But unlike Pierce's heli assault missions, which only spawned a helicopter like once every other, time you finish a stop, this seems to be spawning a helicopter every single time. So I guess that's another difference, really. But we are approaching the last stop on heli assault, thankfully. I agree, whatever you said.
I say hell yeah.
And another thing to keep in mind is when you get far enough away from certain cars that are on other levels, like these ones that are down on the bottom level, they will despawn and blow up, so you don't have to worry about killing them. And we're getting super lucky with all these cars spawning, because they all seem to be spawning on the lower levels of the map, whereas we are up here on this bridge, which is pretty frickin' dope. So, lucky. So yeah, that's just that's a nice thing about Heli Assault, that you can kind of get lucky with spawns like that. Unfortunately, we're off the bridge, so now we got to get back to worrying about these guys blowing her up. Although her health is in a good enough spot to where we shouldn't have too much trouble.
Yeah, fuck those guys.
Thankfully. And I think we're approaching the final stop right up here, so she should just drive a little bit further and then be like, yeah, we're at the place. Or whatever she says. Maybe.
Here's the last customer.
Yeah, okay. I thought so. I thought it was right by this building. So yeah, I just gotta blow up like a car or two and then we're good.
Hell yeah. I'm doing so good.
Alright, cool. So that was the last instance of Heli Assault.
Kinsey, you'll find a way.
Well, technically the second, because we didn't do the hard, but fuck the hard one. So yeah, that's pretty dope.
Don't you think I did such a good
Hi.
What's wrong?
Nothing. I ordered pancakes.
Is that a euphemism or something?
Well, since we pretty much drove the Deckers out of Steelport, I thought it'd be, you know, normal.
You mean like going more than 5 blocks from your place?
Let's not get crazy.
You should try it sometime.
I have. It's overrated.
Well, just wanted to check in.
Okay. Call if you need me.
So that was the little bit of dialogue you get whenever you finish an area 100%, which we managed to do with Zemos and Pierce already. That was Kinsey's. So we've actually cleared out this area of Steelport, the Deckers section. So now all that's left is the Luchadors area, which we will go ahead and do in the next couple parts. But before that, I think we should finish things off with the final Kinsey mission.
Kinsey, how's the information you got on the Deckers coming?
It's compiling.
So what's next?
Not talking over the phone now. Too many people could be listening.
Okay.
Smiling Jacks. Go there.
Okay.
Okay. So as with Zemos and Pierce, when you finish all the lieutenant missions for a lieutenant, you'll get a final mission, which is just a cutscene, nothing more. So yeah, that's really all it is. You just gotta do this final cutscene really quick. And Smiling Jack's is like Kinsey's main area where she likes to hang out. So, you know, all you gotta do is drive there and see the cutscene, which we're about to do right here, and then we'll end this part.
Alrighty.
You should be more careful. I saw you coming 2 blocks ago. Traffic cameras. They're everywhere in this town.
Good to know.
I'm serious. You should toss out your fancy overpriced phone. I can find you through that too.
Yeah, look, I feel kind of weird having a conversation like this.
Totally agree. We should be using like that Navajo code dialect.
Come up for air. I took care of the Deckers.
Sure. Let down your guard and suddenly they make it look like you're selling secrets to Mossad and moonlighting as a dominatrix. We've created a big enough disruption for you to move on Matt Miller. But if you want the Deckers gone, like really gone, there's a lot of work to do.
All right. I'll hit you up if I need any more help.
Remember, throw out your phone!
And that was the final Kinsey-related lieutenant mission. So that knocks that out. I think maybe... No. Okay, never mind. I take it back. Yeah. So that's going to do it for this part of Saints Row. Thank you guys so much for watching. In the next part, like I said, we'll either do some Angel stuff or maybe the main story missions because we're almost 100%. We are actually at 97% for this game, City Takeover. All you have left are 2 activities for Angel, and that's it.
That's crazy.
So we are super close to being done with that. And then there's obviously the main story stuff as well. But we will talk about that in the next part because this is a good place to end things off. So thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you guys then.
Alrighty. Bye.